Hey there, fellow chefs! Welcome back to Cloud Cost Chefs, your weekly feast of fresh cost optimization insights. I'm absolutely pumped about today's menu because we've got some seriously tasty savings coming your way. We're talking about Google's game changing CUD updates that are unlocking thousands in hidden savings, the automation revolution that's letting teams save up to 60% with zero manual work, and some lightning fast 5-minute fixes that'll have your bills shrinking before your next coffee break. So grab your favorite beverage and let's dive into this week's fresh catches from the cloud cost optimization seas. Fresh off the press, Google Cloud just dropped a massive win for all you fellow chefs dealing with complex pricing agreements. Here's what happened. GCP finally made their committed use discounts work with custom negotiated pricing. And this is huge because it means those special rates you worked so hard to negotiate can now be bundled into CUDs for even bigger savings. We're talking 7 to 13% additional savings on workloads that were previously locked out of discount programs. Here's exactly what you need to do. Contact your GCP admin or FinOps lead today. Have them rerun CUD calculations for all your negotiated pricing SKUs, and you can literally apply these new CUDs within one billing cycle. Early adopters are already reporting automated scripts capturing these extra savings with asterisk zero code changes asterisk. That's money left on the table that you can grab in about 15 minutes of work. Now, speaking of automation, this next story is making waves in the FinOps community. The team at Knops has cracked the code on fully automated commitment management, and fellow chefs are reporting some incredible results. We're talking about 100% utilization guarantees on reserved instances and savings plans, with practitioner feedback showing up to 60% savings while freeing up staff to focus on new projects instead of manual rebalancing. Here's the beautiful part. This is plug-and-play automation that handles underutilized commitments without any manual overhead. You literally deploy an automated commitment manager, run an initial optimization, and let the bot handle all the rebalancing while you track utilization and savings monthly. Users are hitting the 98th percentile of FinOps teams by effective savings rate, managing over $2 billion in spend. This isn't theory anymore, fellow chefs. This is real automation that democratizes best-in-class FinOps for teams of any size. The FinOps X conference this year revealed something pretty exciting. AI-driven cost optimization isn't just buzzword bingo anymore. It's delivering real, measurable results. Teams are now using something called Effective Savings Rate 2.0, along with new metrics like Effective Cost Optimization Rate and Effective Avoidance Rate to benchmark and auto-optimize spend across multiple clouds. The success stories are incredible. Boomi saw their ESR jump from 26% to 44%, saving millions in the process. ProsperOps clients are pushing Azure ESR above 39%, and AWS to the 98th percentile. Here's your action item. Adopt these ESR and ECOR benchmarks in your reporting packs, and implement anomaly detection with your favorite FinOps tool for true set-and-forget savings. Quick hit for all you Aurora users. AWS Compute Optimizer now covers Aurora clusters with cross-dimensional storage, compute, and I/O cost recommendations. Fellow chefs are seeing 10 to 40% monthly database savings within the first month, and it takes literally 5 to 10 minutes to implement. Just run AWS Compute Optimizer on your Aurora workloads. Implement the top recommendations, and track your savings in Cost Explorer. And here's your industry context. AI-augmented tools are now setting the baseline for financial governance and anomaly detection. If you're not using AI-driven recommendations yet, you're leaving both savings and risk reduction on the table. Now let's get cooking with today's chef's specials, starting with our fastest 5-minute fix that's delivering massive results. First up, automated unused resource cleanup. This is your bread and butter cost optimization. And it's so simple that organizations are reporting over $100,000 in annual savings just from monthly janitor scripts. Here's your recipe. Step 1. Run a cloud-native or third-party unused resource scan. Step 2. Review the results with your team to make sure you're not about to delete something important. Step 3. Deallocate those resources. Step 4. Set up monthly or weekly automation so this happens without you thinking about it. The common mistake here? Not reviewing tagged resources before deletion. So always double check with your team first. You'll know it's working when you see that drop in your monthly bill and can count the number of resources you've reclaimed. Tools like AWS Nops, Cloud Optimo, or even native console scripts will do the trick. And the maintenance is basically zero once you've got automation running. Next, let's talk about rightsizing, the ultimate smart spending strategy. This is where fellow chefs are seeing 20 to 40% savings on compute and database workloads. And while it takes about an hour to set up initially, it keeps delivering ongoing daily and weekly wins. Here's how you do it. Step 1. Analyze your resource performance reports. Step 2. Accept those automated right-sizing recommendations your platform is already giving you. Step 3. Pilot on low-priority workloads first so you can test everything safely. Step 4. Apply org-wide with proper monitoring in place. The biggest mistake? Right-sizing critical workloads without a rollback plan. So always start with your dev and test environments. You'll track success by watching the reduction in idle and underused resources, plus improved effective savings rate scores. AWS Compute Optimizer, GCP Recommender, Azure Advisor, and tools like FinOps and ProsperOps make this almost automatic. Boomi, Northrop Grumman, and SMB retailers are saving millions annually with this approach. And you can too. Here's a quick win that takes less than an hour but pays dividends forever. Immediate cost visibility dashboards. Fellow chefs are catching 5 to 10% bill reductions just from spotting anomalies and fraudulent usage before they become major problems. Step 1. Integrate all your accounts into a single pane of glass dashboard. Step 2. Set up daily and weekly budget alerts. Step 3. Share these with your management and developer teams so everyone's in the loop. The mistake to avoid: relying on spreadsheets and manual checks instead of automation. You'll measure success by counting how many cost anomalies you detect before end of month. Tools like Ternary, FinOps, or cloud-native dashboards work great, and the Linux Foundation is using this as a foundation-level best practice for full-stack visibility and historical trend tracking. Storage optimization is money in the bank, and it's one of the easiest wins you'll ever implement. We're talking 20 to 50% savings on storage costs with just 30 to 60 minutes of setup. Here's your recipe. Step 1. Audit your current storage usage patterns. Step 2. Set up automated lifecycle rules in S3, blob storage, or cloud storage. Step 3. Test non-critical bucket archival first to make sure everything works smoothly. The big mistake? Being overly aggressive with archival without reviewing your legal and regulatory requirements first. You'll track success by watching storage costs decline and archive data growth. S3 lifecycle rules alone lead to 30 to 70% storage cost drops. And once it's automated, maintenance is basically zero. Now for the big league optimization, auto-scaling, and spot or preemptible instance usage. This is where fellow chefs are seeing up to 80% cheaper compute for non-production and batch jobs. It takes about 60 minutes to set up for a new workload, but the impact is incredible. Step 1. Identify your fault-tolerant workloads that can handle interruptions. Step 2. Deploy auto-scaling and spot configuration. Step 3. Monitor and tune your failover processes. Step 4. Track savings per workload so you can see exactly what's working. The critical mistake? Running mission-critical workloads entirely on Spot instances without proper failover. Tools like Spot.io, native Spot, and preemptible options, or ProsperOps make this manageable. Netflix uses this for video encoding savings. And SMB companies are cutting batch job costs by 30 to 50%. Let's talk daily habits that keep your costs optimized. Daily tagging enforcement takes just 5 minutes a day and prevents 5 to 10% in shadow IT spending while enhancing your reporting. Tools like built-in tag policies, Ternary, or CloudEagle.ai can automate this completely. commitment planning, and contract rebalancing. Spend 1 hour per month using NOps, ProsperOps, or cloud native automation to rebalance your reserved instances, savings plans, and CUDs, and you'll see 10 to 25% cost reductions. Remember that new GCP CUD flexibility we talked about earlier? This is where you implement it. Cost anomaly detection with AI. 30 minutes of setup gives you near instant detection of bad spending and automation bugs. AWS, Azure, GCP, NOps Pros, and Aptio all have native anomaly detection features that work brilliantly. For your team culture, add 15 minutes of cost review to your weekly dev and ops stand-ups. Track the number of optimization actions per sprint, and you'll see sustained savings plus genuine team buy-in. And finally, your emergency response plan. Predefined shutdown policies for dev and test environments with tags and scripts. So when you hit a cost spike, you can trigger up to 40% instant reduction in 5 minutes. Then spend an hour resetting everything once the emergency passes. Fellow chefs, we just covered game-changing optimizations that are delivering real results for teams just like yours. From Google's CUD flexibility unlocking thousands in hidden savings, to automation tools that manage 60% cost reductions while you sleep, to 5-minute fixes that drop your bills before your next coffee break. Every single one of these strategies is proven, actionable, and ready for you to implement today. Head over to cloudcostchefs.com for all the detailed implementation guides. And remember, great cost optimization is like great cooking. It's all about using fresh ingredients, following proven recipes, and sharing the results with your community. Until next week, keep those costs optimized and those savings cooking.